It's another day in the neighborhood. It's another day in the neighborhood. All right, hold on. It's another day in the neighborhood. It's another day in the neighborhood. It's another day in the neighborhood. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, 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 I. What up, gang? How y'all doing? 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 Hey, how y'all doing? Hey. How y'all doing? Hey. Having a fucking stroke, bro. I'm having a goddamn stroke. It's Friday. We're talking. We're chilling. We're just relaxing. And I'm gonna like casually update peeps on what's going on in the channel and what we're doing because there are, well, I guess there are changes, but there are some things that need to be properly discussed as changes because nothing's really wrong, but it's stuff to kind of just go over and address about what's been going on, things we've accomplished, and just life in general. I've done like the IRL like vertical streams, and let's be real here, those are the ones that tend to do better. But for the sake of the conversation, sometimes you need just a chill session where you sit down and you just talk. Sit down, you just talk, and you have a conversation about how things are going. Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. What's up, boom? How are you, buddy? How you doing, bro? On this fine Friday evening. I think it was supposed to. Was it supposed to rain tonight? I think it was supposed to rain tonight. I don't think that happened though, because it's quiet as hell, and I still have my peace. But what's up, boom? Waiting for people to like trickle in. I realized things were kind of. What's up, Otaku? Otaku life. Otaku life of culture. Huh. Okay. What's up, bro? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Figured I'd talk about some stuff. This is just really. I don't really want to call it an update video as much as it's just me kind of just shooting the shit and having a conversation. I just feel like these should taste worse than they actually do. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. It's just an observation. Where am I from? I'm from Georgia. No. Go get it is not what the title says. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, no, don't act like that's what I wrote, bro. I did not write that, man. It was funking. Funking, okay? Funking Fridays. Don't change the game. Goon Fridays means two different things. I remember when goons used to be like gangsters, and now goons are just people who masturbate a lot, which is, an interesting juxtaposition of the changes in our society. But who am I, a fucking philosopher? But hopefully everyone's having a good night tonight and everything's pretty chill. It's Friday, bro. It's Friday. Well, this is not casual discussion, but I am going to talk about and update you guys on some stuff while we're doing this. So, first thing. For those who have been in the streams for like the last couple months, you probably noticed me having that goal about buying Emmy the Switch 2 in a game. Well, if you're in the server, you already know because I posted it. We have accomplished that goal. Just to give some details on that situation. So, Emmy, if you don't know her, she's the one in the cooking streams and in the Reddit streams. That's Emmy. Her YouTube channel is known as Pika with the Bow. And as an act, as a kind gesture, before I got scammed out of some money in June. Was that June? I think it was June. I was doing DoorDash from McDonald's and they stole my stuff. Bro, I'm so sorry. As someone who's been recently scammed, I feel your pain, bro. I absolutely feel your pain. But as a kind gesture to Emmy and just kind of the general like positive vibes and just stuff she's brought for the stream, I created like a pretty much a goal where all the money I got in the last 3 months was essentially going towards her getting a Switch 2 in a game, that bundle before the price hike happens, because the price hike happens in like September. And I gave her, and so my original plan was just to buy the console in America and ship it because she's in Canada. And the problem with that is that unfortunately in Canada, shipping anything from the US to Canada involves a fuck ton of extra money plus possible tariffs, which you wouldn't know until it was already there. And you don't even know how much the tariffs are going to be. So needless to say, a $500 console would turn into a $500 console almost turned into $1,000 like shipping. Like I think the console was $500. It was another $200 just to ship it to Canada, and then whatever the tariffs were, which were either something she was going to have to pay or I was going to have to pay, which realistically means I was going to pay it, would have probably been like another $100 to $200. Oh, you at work on a Friday at 9 o'clock? Good God, Donnie. But hey, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it, bro. How much did they scam? So I'm not gonna give you the specific number. I'll just say it was over $1,000. I'll just say that it's over $1,000. I won't say specifically how much, but it's over $1,000. But anyways, so shipping her the device was not gonna work, and so I was like, well, how much is it in Canada? Fun fact: in Canada, the Switch 2 is currently like borderline almost $700. But it's 700 Canadian, not 700 American, which that wasn't including tax. If you include tax, it becomes almost $800 Canadian. DoorDash became eBay. That's a fair argument you can make, Lightning. Also, hi, Lightning. So needless to say, I was like, well, damn. So pretty much the best thing would be to raise the money, send her the money, and then have her go buy the console, which is what we did. So I raised the money, and I forgot about the conversion rate because the American dollar is worth more than the Canadian dollar. When you transition American to Canadian, like $500 doesn't translate to just straight $500. It translates to like almost, I think it was like 600 and something dollars. And I was like, oh shit. So luckily we actually had enough to give Emmy. So she has the money. I think she said because she's busy, she probably won't actually buy the console for like another week or two, which is fine because you got to process transfers and all that other BS. But we have accomplished the goal of getting Emmy a Switch 2. Now, because I've lost a good amount of money from being scammed on the vlog channel that you guys inspired me. The last time we did this was the last time? No, I think it was the time before last. You guys inspired me to like kick back the vlog channel again. So the vlog channel has actually been up and I've already uploaded like 2 videos, one of which explains the situation on how I got scammed. So long story short, yes, Emmy got the Switch 2, and because of my money loss, the grinding again begins. So like moving forward, any donations to me are pretty much just grinding back my finances, which I don't expect to get realistically because of how much I lost. Like that's not I'll put it this way, I lost enough to where it's not going to be a year experience. So we're just grinding it out, maintaining a positive attitude and moving forward. So moving forward, unless there's another goal you guys want me to put as a goal, right now we're just going to be focused on traditional super chats, donations, whatever you guys want to do. Got a link to what? Oh, the vlog channel? Sure, hold on. Oh God, no, don't do that. Give me 1 second. I woke up. I got drunk. I got caught up. If you want to see the video specifically about how I lost money, here it is. Well, we're trying to maintain positivity, Lightning. But I appreciate the kind words. Okay, so there's the link to the video. So for those who do want to see the video in question, you can. Can I pin this? I can. All right, so the video is pinned. Yeah, if you go into my description and look under the link tree, you'll see the link to the Discord server. So yeah, that's how you can join the Discord server. If you click the link tree in the description, there's a Discord link, and there you go. Also, for anyone, so I pinned that video. So anyone who wants to see the video about me talking about how I got scammed and the vlog channel, there you go. But anyways, thanks to your guys' support and push, I decided, okay, fuck it. Let's go push for the vlog channel, right? Let's go make the vlog channel. I'm currently working on like another video. I have 2 videos already I want to do. One of which I haven't done yet, one of which I'm going to do for the vlog channel. But long story short, it's still a work in progress, but we're in here. We're making moves, all right? We're making moves, baby. We're making moves. We're living live. We're enjoying ourselves. Oh, Lightning, we know you haven't been on Discord in a while. I think we were actually talking about that casually the other time. But anyways, so that's the situation with that. So we got the vlog channel going. I'm still uploading shorts on the main channel and main videos. This channel's obviously still got the streams, and then the vlog channel's been revived with just like those videos will be the most low budget thing I do. It'll be very much I'm recording shit, and you might get some base level editing from me. That's literally me just talking, okay? As far as this channel, because technically we're in a very weird spot in terms of streams. Like, so the way things were going up until like recently, I had like 4 streams going. I had a stream on on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, which was what? Immortals, then what the fuck else was I streaming? That's crazy. I just finished some of this stuff and I don't remember what the fuck it was. Sometimes just so you know you've been streaming too damn much. But yeah, Immortals, oh my god. Trails in the Sky. Damn. What was the other one? Trails in the Sky. Fire Emblem, obviously, with Tronic. And I can't think of the Wednesday game. For the life of me, I cannot think of the Wednesday game. Is that you're gonna pick? Oh, Pokemon. Duh. So we were streaming all that. And that's not how my schedule used to be. My schedule used to be like 3 games and then like IRL streaming. That's what it used to be. So right now we're missing a main game for like the RPG days. So because of that, me and Tyrone were talking, and what's gonna come, not now, but like in the next 2 weeks, I think in August. So not next Friday, but the Friday after, we will start Dragon Quest 8, with art and layouts made by Donnie. Both of the layouts me and Tyrone are gonna use are made by Donnie Art. So I obviously will put him in the description of the streams. But essentially, Tyrone's gonna start streaming that. And we're both streaming different versions of the same game. So I'll be streaming the 3DS version of Dragon Quest 8, while Tyrone will be streaming the PlayStation 2 version. Now, it's not like it's a race or anything. It's just essentially us just doing a stream together, like for the next 100 hours. So for those of you who felt like you've been deprived of any Tyrone content, it's coming. It's coming. Would you do a World of Final Fantasy written by Nomura? Would I do what? You mean play the game or something? If that's the question, I don't know. Possibly. I don't really write anything out. And then on top of that, I want to start. I got a bigger video on anime specifically. I'm working on for the main channel. It's just taking a while because new information keeps coming out. So the video I want to make either keeps getting longer or it has to change as I update information. So Durag, that's crazy. That's crazy, Goki. You can't be trusted, sir. How could you? How could you, Goki? But, yeah. So, the stream layout is going to be a little bit weirder because the long RPG streams will be on Fridays instead of Saturdays. Which now makes me go, what the fuck am I going to do for Saturday? And what I might do is I just might do casual, I might just do casual IRL streams on Saturdays. But those just won't be at night. It'll probably be like a little bit earlier. It just depends on the day. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw the new Xenoblade 2 trailer. I am excited about the new Xenoblade 2 trailer. That looks nice. I'm not necessarily in love with the new Blade design, but new Xenoblade content is always welcome. That comes out next week. Splatoon just came out yesterday. Motherfucker, I'm busy, which I do have. Raiders is sitting right over there, along with Star Fox and the fucking Resident Evil 9 that fucking Juice bought me. I'm behind on my gaming, bro. And it's mainly just an issue of finding free time. Because I have to do it in the middle of like me streaming, obviously, normally for you guys, making videos and editing videos, and also working like a full-time job. And that's why I was always surprised that Tyron was working 3 fucking jobs and then streaming. But hey, if you love this shit, you'll grind it out. What was the issue you had originally with Xenoblade 2? You talking about the frame rate or the resolution or what? Or just the fact that you didn't have a mode where you could play with the blades? What's up, Jamon? Started watching you back when you were Terrell Game Vlogs. You still working IT? Absolutely. Actually, that's another thing in the personal life I don't think I really talked about. I've been working on my A+ certification. I took the first test like a week ago, about 2 weeks ago. I took it like July 11th and I passed the first half. But the money grind has been kind of rough. So I haven't been able to pay for the voucher to take the second half of the test yet. So that actually might be the goal. That might be the next streaming goal, is for me to get like enough money to pay for like the voucher to take this, to get the second certification exam. Now don't get it twisted, y'all. That doesn't mean I won't grind my own money out. It's just gonna take me a little bit longer. But I haven't decided to make that a goal yet. That's why it's more me just talking right now. But that's me on the personal side doing that. Xenosaga is still a thing. Well, conceptually. In a way, Xenosaga lives in Xenoblade, so I guess kind of. Blades weren't playable in the main story, but they were in Torna, which is dumb to me. Well, because Torna came out later and was a full DLC, different story kind of thing. I figured that was probably one of the things you were going to complain about. But hey, look, the point is, it's here, and we're happy about it. At least I think we're happy about it. Oh yeah, them vouchers suck, bro. And unfortunately, A+, which is the most basic of IT certifications to get, is the only one that requires you to take 2 separate tests that requires you to pay for 2 separate vouchers. And them vouchers are like $300 and some a piece, bro. Shit makes no fucking sense. It's so fucking expensive. And it just makes me mad, bro. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy at all. But it's okay. Like everything else in life, we grind it out. It's weird the older I got. It's funny because when I ever think of myself in like a fan fiction way, or if I insert like a version of myself into like stories. Like for example, Polly's like really into Pokemon fan fiction. So using like the pod as like the fan fiction characters, anytime I ever put myself in a story, it's like a version of myself that's always either overly nihilistic, antisocial, or very like withdrawn from society. Whereas me as a person, and I think this has happened without me realizing it, I've become more positive unintentionally. How many Switch games do you have? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart World is digital because I bought the combo when I bought the Switch 2. So I don't have that one physically, but I'll grab the other ones for you guys just so you can see them. And there are these. You over there. Let's grab these. I think this is it, right? Yeah. These are it. So obviously Mario Kart 8 is on the console, so I have no physical copy of that, but these are the other ones. So Star Fox, Splatoon Raiders, obviously Mario Tennis Fever, ZA, Bonanza, and Prime 4. Now, of these group, I have not played Prime 4 and I have not played obviously Splatoon Raiders. Because Splatoon Raiders I just got. But yeah, Metroid I haven't played because I haven't played the remaster yet, so but yeah, this is my Switch 2 physical collection, which I guess people would say for the first year isn't great, which don't get it twisted, it's not like amazing, but it's still a good amount of games. And then obviously people would critique that 2 of these games are just Switch 2 editions, they're not actually like Switch 2 games. You're getting Prime Form next month? Nice. Which version? I don't even know. Do you have a Switch 2, Lightning? I don't know if you have a Switch 2. Damn, why y'all say dead for Prime 4? I never got into the Prime series because, as I've talked to you guys about, I'm not a big first-person guy, which is literally all Prime is. But Juice bought me the remaster for the first game that came out on Switch. And so it was like, well, if he's going to give me that, I probably should play 4. So that's why it's sitting here waiting. I want to get Splat Raiders because it looks neat. Going to be my first Squid game. Really? This is my first Splatoon game since, what game was that? The last Splatoon game I bought was 2, I think. Yeah, it was 2. I bought 1 and 2, and then I was so burnt out, so I didn't play 3. And then this game got announced, and I was like, well, you know what? This will give me an excuse to get back into playing Splatoon. Particularly because I thought the way Nintendo was pushing Splatoon games, my brain was thinking that more than likely they were just going to put out another fucking game. Like we were going to get Splatoon 4 sooner than later. So when this game got announced, I'm like, oh, I guess we're waiting. So I'm not mad about it, just aware. Yes, I did. I think I told you I bought it on my birthday. Oh, okay. Nice. I didn't remember. I wasn't sure. I've heard good things about Splatoon 3. I just, Nintendo got their shooter, and you gotta be a little bit careful because if you abuse the shooter, it gets homogenized, and then it just turns into Nintendo's version of Call of Duty, which I guess Nintendo wouldn't care about because Call of Duty makes money, but I care about because then it makes me less interested in playing a game. Like I'm not excited to play every Splatoon game when they come out that frequently. A lot of people, I don't know how do people like the idea okay, so here's my question. If you are a fan of like a certain IP, so we'll say like either an Uncharted or like a Metroid, right? Do you like the Uncharted method where they release like 2 or 3 games per console generation? Or do you like the Metroid method where you get like 1 mainline game per console generation? And obviously give your reason why for each reason, if you prefer what you prefer. So pretty much to shorten it down, do you prefer drip fit? Do you prefer once a generation or multiple generation? Now, obviously, different genres, I think, will be put into account here. But for me personally, I think I've been a very much a once a generation kind of guy personally. I play Splatoon for the new story and characters. Hey, look, as long as you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. But I'm like a once a generation kind of guy. I feel like you can easily burn me out on certain IPs when they come out too frequently. That's why I was okay with like Pokemon taking more of an extended break because I know that having games come out like every 5 seconds is a lot. Which I think is probably what happened to Uncharted to a degree. You put out a game like every fucking like you put out 3 games in a generation. How excited are you for another Uncharted game at that point? Like, not saying those games are bad, don't get it twisted, but like there's a certain level of investment that just kind of falls through when you keep getting the same kind of game so close to each other consistently. So there isn't a lot of evolution in the game or gameplay, which then makes it less interesting to want to play or buy. So for me personally, I've always been a once a generation kind of guy. Maybe 2. Which is why I think I got burnt out on Splatoon, because Splatoon 1 came out 2015. I played the fuck out of that. Then Splatoon 2 came out in 2017. Played the hell out of that. And that was only like a 2-year gap. And then I played what was it? And then I was like, well, 3, and then I think 3 got announced. When did 3 get announced? Hold on. Oh, when did 3 come out is what I should say. Let's see. Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3 came out in 2022, which was about 5 years, but I think I was so burnt out, I wasn't excited. So if you like the games, then it matter to you. Okay, that's fair, Goki. Some people are like that. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Let's see. Sorry. I got other stuff up and I'm slightly distracted as a result. But we're out here, boys. We're out here. All right, anyways. Especially Metro games where I like 3D and 2D games. Well, I think for 2D games it's a little bit easier. I don't know. To me, it's just weird. Certain games I'm more inclined to play multiple times a generation than others. Pokemon is a very weird. I have a very weird relationship with because on the Switch alone, we got what? We got Let's Go, then we got Sword and Shield, then we got Z, and then we got Legend Arceus, and then we got technically we got Legends Arceus and Legends ZA, and then we also got Scarlet and Violet. And of those games, I've played 4 of those games. I played and we also got Diamond and Pearl remakes. So out of the 6 titles we got, I think I played like 4 of them. And somehow that was okay for me. But I think part of the reason why it was okay was because they weren't all the same type of experience. But maybe that's just me. Damn, is that thunder? Jesus Christ. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but Jesus Christ. To be fair, Inkling Boy and Girl and Smash didn't help. Well, that wasn't really a detriment. That's different. That's a fighting game. I think if it's a different genre, I'm more willing to play another game in the franchise. It's one of the reasons why I like 2D platformers for Castlevania, but more people like the exploration games, so they keep making those only. Yeah, well, that's another 2D versus 3D situation where like a lot of games and a lot of gamers think 2D is like cheap gaming nowadays. Like, you just didn't want to spend any money. That's why you made a 2D game. Why can't we get a 3D game? And I think people forget that like the designing of a 3D game is not the same thing as like designing a 2D game. It's very different. And there's a different mentality put in time. Like no one would say Metroid Dread is the same thing as like Metroid Prime anything. Because the vibe and the feeling and the gameplay experience is different. And I think that's important, in my opinion. So I look forward to that kind of variation. I think my problem with Splatoon 3 is that Splatoon 3 came out like 5 years after the second game. but it looked almost exactly the same. And as a result, I became less engaged. I think that was like the part that bothered me. Like I was like, oh no, this looks exactly like the second game, even though it's been 5 years. Like it had been a decent amount of time, but I just wasn't excited because the game didn't look any different. But maybe that's. But I also was way more invested in one than I was two. I think that was the other problem. I think I was already getting burnt out with Splatoon during the second game because I didn't play the second game as much as I played the first game. So I think law of diminishing returns kind of spooked me, which is probably the reason why I think Raiders. It's fun to play Raiders now because I haven't touched a Splatoon game since two, and I haven't played two for at least, even if I count like me not playing three, it's been at least 4 years. And it's probably been more than that actually. It's probably been more like 5 or 6. So I think that's enough of a gap to justify going, hey, I'm about to jump back into the thick of it with Splatoon. So I'm excited. I'm also trying to debate on how I want to handle playing these games because the biggest problem when you're busy with all these games and these streams, you have to constantly pick and choose what things you play on stream and what things you don't. I'm also curious as the fandom, like, would you guys prefer me to do? I know some streamers do the thing where they like stream just a random session, not a playthrough, but just a session. And for some people that works. Now, I'm a big playthrough guy. I like to play through my games, but I have to remind myself that that doesn't necessarily mean I need to stream myself playing through those games. So I guess the question is, do you guys prefer the random one-off streams, or would you guys prefer like the playthroughs we've been doing? And that's just something to keep thought of because I do find that stuff interesting. But that's just me. Let's see. Also, if there's any questions or news you guys want to bring out, go ahead. I don't have anything off the top of my head I wanted to talk about as much as it's just, me kind of getting on the computer and just rambling for a while. For those who don't know, I've been talking to myself ever since I was a young child. Some people would say it's my forte. Although I don't know if we like those people. Fuck them. I don't like those people. Fuck them. These are surprisingly good. They're like vanilla diet wafers. Oh yeah, I absolutely do want arms too. I don't know where we're gonna get it, but yeah. Oh yeah, Star Fox is short as fuck. But then again, it's a remake of a game from like 20 years ago, so. Are we really surprised? The answer is no, we're not at all. We're not surprised at all, bro. And then I think you guys have, we have Tokon Battle, next? It's not next week, is it? It's the week after next, right? Tokon Battle comes out, the 6th of August? So it's a little bit under 2 weeks. Is anyone picking up Tokon Battle? Because I've been tempted, but then I have to pay for like PlayStation Online, and I don't really want to do that. Because I'm like, and then I've heard there's been some reports that like the PC version of the game has been kind of rough. Well, at least from the betas. Yeah, I know the beta's out. But I saw some tweets and posts about the beta being kind of rough. Well, how many people are going to get the game? Only like, because I saw it come up, and I was like, I'm kind of tempted. The problem with fighting games, and I don't know how anyone else feels like this. The problem with fighting games now is that fighting games are an investment. If I'm going to spend $60 or $70 games, why not play it on PC and just not play and not pay for online? I could do that. Oh, you're pre-ordering? Cool. So here's the problem. Playing on PC is definitely an option, but I'd be lying if I said if I didn't want the fucking like the physical media, which ironically enough is the big touchy conversation of the last month. It feels like it's the whole physical media conversation, but I think it's a valid conversation to have because physical fucking media. I mean, you are two people. Oh my God. Chill out. Chill out, Orion. You always got something, bro. You always got something for me, Orion. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy, okay? Hope everything's going well for you. I hope life is swell. I hope you're living in luxury and you've gotten everything that you wanted. I'm not, I'm gonna wait on I'm waiting on that. I'm definitely waiting on fucking Wolverine. Wolverine, I haven't even played Spider-Man 2. So, or finished Miles. So, I'm waiting on Wolverine. I don't think Wolverine is going to get me day one. Actually, if anyone wants to list what the games you're looking forward to this fall going into this holiday season, let me know just to see what you're excited about, what you plan to pick up. I mean, you are still alive. It's always good to hear. It's always good to hear that you're still alive, buddy. We always appreciate your existence. Don't ever think we don't. But let me see. But we're living out here. I'm still mad. Actually, I haven't been to the Crunchyroll store in a while. I wonder if I can click there and it make me mad. You know what I forgot to look for? I forgot to check to see when the last volume of Black Clover comes out. Because I think I have. So to give context, Black Clover ended a while ago. I think there's a epilogue that's coming out with like a data book soon. But I didn't get the chance to check to see when the volume 37 comes out in English. Because I think that's the last volume. Where am I at? And I don't have Black Clover in here. Fuck! I want to say the last volume of Black Clover I bought was 36. But my Black Clover volumes are probably in the fucking tub. God damn it. Actually, it is. I'm looking at some of them right now. Fuck me. No. No, that's not a Pokemon game. Now that not Pokemon game looks fun, which I'm getting in November. Wait, what not Pokemon game? What game are you in December? What game is that? Orion, what game are you talking about? Please give me context. Like Rover. I feel like I may have picked a bad time to stream because fucking I hear thunder and I'm not excited about it. Okay, yeah, I bought 36. So 37 is what I'm looking for. Bruh, the Crunchyroll store is ass. I'm so pissed off, bro. People don't realize how mad I am at Crunchyroll fucking. Oh, Dragon Quest Monster. Oh, that's right. That's right. Bruh, Black Clover has made me so angry. The only thing that's on this bitch to buy for Black Clover is season 3's box sets, which is not the whole series. It's just season 3's box sets. Season 1 box set, a board game in volume 36. And I'm sitting here questioning, where did my life go wrong? Because what the fuck is that? Sorry, I'm a little distracted because I got pissed off. Like, why the fuck did y'all do this? Why did they do this? I'm so pissed off, bro. So dumb. I'm so mad, bro. In the fuck? People don't know how livid I get about fucking anime. Man, that video. And the funny thing is, I gotta be careful though. Because the video I want to make for the main channel has to do with Sony and Crunchyroll and stuff like that. But the Aniplex video, which also has to do with Sony, I made a while back this year. I don't want to like retread the same shit. So I need to be very careful about how I adjust this. Also, for those who care, I think our boy Richie's birthday is coming up soon. I think it's in 3 days. His birthday is, I think, is on the 27th. So I think it's Monday. On Monday, our boy Richie is an older man. To what degree we won't talk about, but still. When there's thunder and rain, my internet goes out. That's why I said it. Why did I hear thunder? Oh, is it raining now? Oh, I think it's raining now. Oh god, I hope the power doesn't go out. I'm gonna be really pissed off. It's my fault for not planning this out, but it's still, I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to be in this position, bro. I don't want to be in this position, bro. Fuck. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I'm checking my local anime shop to see if Black Clover's later volumes. Just let me search Black Clover. Don't do this. You're gonna give me everything, and I don't want that. Give me the latest. See, why is it that the fucking Mary manga has Black Clover's 37th volume, which I believe is the last volume, and it's on pre-order. It comes out. Oh, it comes out like next week. It comes out August 4th. No, it comes out 2 weeks from now. That's going in the cart. That's the last. That's the last Black Clover volume. That's absolutely going in the cart. Sorry, I'm so distracted by Black Clover. I'm so sorry. I mean, you just wing the fuck out of these streams anyway. That's true. The joy of these streams is just talking shit. Like I said, I'm happy. Emmy got her Switch. Emmy has the money for her Switch 2 now. So we've accomplished the goal, right? I got past the first part of my A+. I just need to grind out some money for that. The vlog channel's back, which there'll probably be a new video uploaded on that in the next few days. We work in here. We work, and then Splatoon Raiders just came out. That's not Splatoon Raiders. That's not Splatoon Raiders. That's not Splatoon Raiders. That's not Splatoon. It's on the top. Why not just flip this bitch over? And Splatoon Raiders. That's motherfucker. I was so confident. And then Splatoon Raiders just came out. I haven't even put this bitch in my console yet. Like a dickhead. Actually, this should be in order of releases. So that's right. I think that's right. And I think this switches. I think the order of release would be DK Bonanza was early on, then Metroid Prime, then ZA, then Mario Tennis, then Star Fox, then Splatoon. Damn, Sorsan just said, here's all the money. Sorsan didn't really donate. Sorsan, I think, so actually it's funny, Sorsan apologized to me on one of the vlog channel videos, I think. Which for those who do want to see the vlog channel video, it's pinned. I think he apologized for not being able to donate. And I was like, bro, I don't understand how the fuck you think you not donating is like a negative. Like, bro, that is you. I want people to understand, like, I have a whole ass community. One, donating is an option. I mean, obviously I make it available like any other streamer does, but like, it's an option. And if you ain't got the money, do not donate. That's how I feel about it. I don't sit here and go, donate because the button is available, you dickhead. Why didn't you put money in the bag? I don't do that because I recognize, like, that's not how this works. So I feel bad when Sorsan apologized about not donating. I'm like, dog. Also, he still pays for the fucking Discord boost we have on our server currently. If anything, people need to give shout outs to Sorsan in the comments and in the chat. This man is currently paying for all the boosts we have in our server currently. So somebody give that man a shout out. Give that man his flowers because he has been a ride or die for the longest. Also, hey KG, what's up, bro? How are you doing, my fellow pod mate? Oh God, that doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right because it triggered me on something else. It triggered on me something completely different. Shit's wild, actually. It's absolutely insane. Life is funny sometimes. But it's okay. We work it out here. Work it out and we multitask. Oh, what the hell? So I gotta remind myself to get the Black Clover volume, and then I gotta remind myself that Crunchyroll's store is garbage now because fucking everyone's trash. I'm slightly distracted with the Crunchyroll thing. Really pisses me off because we've essentially lost our physical media, and I'm mad, bro. It's not alive. It's just I think so. To give context, I was talking to Polly last night, and Polly still refers to us as the pod. So, as a habit, I think I fucking picked that up. Also, You know what I just realized I didn't acknowledge, and I think it needs to be acknowledged for the sake of comedy. The fact that Goki described the games he's getting as Castlevania, which for some reason gets a normal name, Fire Emblem DEI, which is fucking wild, Marvon Tokan Taco, which I think is, would that be considered racist? I don't know. It's funny, but I don't know if it would be considered racist. Tokan Taco. Marvel! Tokan Taco. Get the announcer to just say the most offensive. Oh my god! Get the announcer to say the most offensive shit on the goddamn mic. Tokan Taco. First challenger, Black Pantheress. Who? Bitch, who? Where's the king? There is no king, only the queen. Yeah. I didn't know you took your cues from Britain. Shut the fuck up and get out of here. Before I pull my vibranium out on you. Got that vibranium pistol on her. That'd be fucking hilarious. I'm surprised. Are there vibranium guns in the Black Panther comics? If not, I'm very surprised. Also doing good, watching some videos and rendering some stuff. Hope y'all been good. Yeah, we chilling. Friendly reminder that Sparking Zero still fumbled the bag. Oh yeah, wasn't there some sort of update for it recently? I think, what was it? Is it the Goku thing? I think it was it the Goku. Hold on. I don't remember what it was because it's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm like I said, I gave up on anime games a while ago. I also don't know how to type in fucking websites. What is this, bro? What is this? What is this shit? Oh, and apparently they fucking delayed Tomb Raider. What? How's it delayed for 2 years? Is crazy. It says 2028. Let me see. They would have recently had to announced. That's Wolverine. That's Tokon Battle. There it is. It launches. Actually, it launches next Friday. The DLC for Sparking Zero. And what does it include? 4 new episode battles, 33 new characters from Dragon Ball Z, Super, and GT, as well as 4 new stages. And then some changes to the mechanics. And then it has a DLC showcase, which I don't think anyone cares to watch because fuck them, that's why. Why do we say fuck them? Because we don't give a damn. At all. At all. I don't know why that entertains me. Oh, the paid update. Oh, God. Bro, they added Chi-Chi approximately 1 year and 8 months after the base game released. The biggest fumble in Dragon Ball game history. Well, considering what that game is supposed to be a representation of, absolutely. Because I'm not fucking excited anymore. Garbage. Garbaggio. Trash. Say it again for the ladies in the back. Trash. Oh my goodness. There's nothing like some good aqua courage to make you feel better about your life. I always wonder about putting background music for some of these streams, but part of me thinks that the somberness of the the quietness of the I can't think of the word. It's not quietness. The atmosphere, the allure of the quiet atmosphere sells itself to you, the viewer, then creates a cozy environment. Except I don't own a fucking fireplace and I'm not in a robe with nothing underneath it. Bruh, robes and motherfuckers naked under robes is a lifestyle that I cannot co-sign, and you need to get the fuck out. Because you haven't learned your lesson, and I'm not a teacher. Also, for those who've seen the main channel, I also been commissioning new art for like the new art for my avatar. So you probably seen some of the new shots of them in that short. I think I got one more that I'm working on. I'm just waiting for the artist in question to get back to it, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited. All right, let's see. But yeah, seriously. Also I'm adding Chi Chi in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero to me just seems kind of hilarious in its own right. Guys, I know you guys have been waiting for it for years, but here she comes. Chi Chi. And then if you know what Chi Chi stands for in like other cultures, it's incredibly hilarious. Bro, I've been waiting a year, almost 2 years for some Chi Chi. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild, dog. How the fuck did this happen? The answer is because you made bad fucking decisions and now you have to pay for it. Oh my goodness. Also on the work side, I'm not excited, bro. I'm actually kind of tired. I don't know why the fuck I'm screaming. Just to give y'all some fun insight to my life, I've been moving heavy ass $4,000 panels for schools today. We moved like 25 panels and my body hurts because them bitches are heavy. And you had to lift them bitches from off a truck to on a truck to another location. And we did this back and forth and back and forth. And somehow my mind said, you got it, fam. Don't let this shit beat you. I was like, you know what, body? You right. I'm not going to be defeated by some bullshit. We're going to lock in and move these panels. The good news is we locked in and moved these panels. The bad news is, everything's quiet. You think everything's fine and you go to sleep, right? And you rest and the resting's like, ooh, I love resting, right? And then all of a sudden you turn to your side and you realize your whole body's still sore from moving shit. And all you hear in the middle of the night is, ah, ew. The kills me, bro. Oh my goodness. Also, what's up, Games? Games GG? Games GG. Wow. I appreciate the I appreciate the honesty in the name. Chi Chi in the game. I'm buying frame one. You pull out the arcade stick and it's like, listen, Chi Chi's gonna be in the game. And somehow you've managed on frame one to go and end up on the PSN store or I guess or Steam to buy the DLC or maybe the eShop. I don't fucking know. Be like, fuck. You know what? I wish I could ever get good at fight sticks. The only reason why, and I feel like fight sticks is like the equivalent of buying like one of those pro controllers, and I don't mean like a normal pro controller. I mean like the $200 or $150 pro controller. I feel like that's what I attribute a fight stick to. Like if you buy that, you are dead ass about this money. That's how I feel about it. So with that being acknowledged, I'm like, okay, so I gotta lock the fuck in. It's an investment now, which is why I've never bought a fight stick. Because I'm not confident in my ability to lock the fuck in. That doesn't mean I don't still want to. It just means I haven't. Motherfucker. That thunder is bothering the fuck out of me. Like, I'm genuinely concerned. Because if this power goes off in the middle of me, in the middle of like a good rant. I don't know if you guys ever had it where you're like talking and you get into a groove of the conversation and you feel in the conversation, your friends are feeling the conversation, you're having like a really nice interaction, you're thinking about things, it's creating some interesting deep discussion and it gets cut off for some goofy fucking reason. On a phone call, when the phone just cuts off and the call drops, that shit's terrible. The worst part though is when you're talking to somebody and you and that person are really locked in on the groove of the conversation, and then some stupid motherfucker walks up behind you and is like, oh guys, how you guys doing? Like, give me an example. There was this really interesting conversation we and my friend were having about death. just the concept of death, right? And life. I have a handful of friends where like we'll get into a bag of like serious discussion and like the concept of afterlife and whether or not that matters and does that somehow make your death less painful and the impact that religion has on people's fears of dying. And the reason why this even got brought up in the first place was because I was talking um I think I like clicked on one video that had something to do with like death. And then my YouTube algorithm fed me a bunch of videos of people who made videos when they had cancer. And it was pretty much their videos before they died. Like it's actually insane. There's like I hope y'all know this. There is a barrage, and I mean this, a barrage of videos of people who have cancer who made videos documenting the cancer and then you'll go and watch the channel and then you'll get to like the last two latest videos and the second to last video is like the person talking about how they're like fuck it, life is life, we live in the best to our ability, and then the next video is like the wife or a mother or a family member or a friend being like yeah they died in their sleep a day ago, and you're just like damn. And I was seeing this shit at late at night, which can be fucking traumatizing, especially when you about to go to sleep, which is essentially like a pseudo. It's not death, but you're unconscious and you're in a near death state technically. So to fucking see all this death, real life death, people dying from diseases, and then like one of the principals at our school somewhat recently died from cancer, and I was like, oh my god, I don't need this in my life. That's what caused me to have a discussion with my friend about it. And then this stupid bitch walked up to us in the matter of we were in the middle of the convo, like, bro, death is not an enigma. It's not like a thought process. It's literally a state of being, and unfortunately we can't avoid it. I was in my bag. We were fucking talking. This stupid bitch came up behind me and was like, guys, you know how someone who can't read the room and they'll just talk about some shit about dead, about like they'll talk about some shit that like is supposed to cross reference the conversation, and you know damn well this stupid bastard did not flow into this. So like we're talking about it as a construct. He goes, "Yeah, my dog died like 6 years ago." And I've never wanted to turn around. I'd be like this. I heard it and I stopped. And I think my friend saw the anger come upon my face. And he was like, bro, he grabbed me. I don't know if y'all seen that meme where the dude grabs him on the shoulder. He did that. He did that to me. He was like, bro. And I almost turned around and went, bitch, no one gives a fuck. Which is fucked. People, listen, I'm not a pet person. Don't get it twisted, but it's still something important. But man, I almost crashed out. I almost crashed out. I almost lost my fucking mind because I was like, what, bitch, if you do not stop talking, I'm going to lose my shit. Which unfortunately is what essentially happened. And, I almost got caught the fuck up for lack of a better term because I was so ready. Y'all don't understand how ready I was to throw it all away. I was and it's stupid, right? It's just a conversation. People are weird and awkward. That's just the nature of it all, okay? It's not like the worst thing in the world. But of course, I got really I don't. I think the older I get, the less patience I have, and it just makes me angry. And I'm not nice about it anymore, which kind of concerns me because then I feel like I'm turning into my mother in that way. Because my mother has no chill, which is still a problem. Don't get it twisted, but it's okay. We're gonna work our way through this. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. All right. Let's see. YouTube be showing me those vids all the time. Yeah, I can relate to that. By the time you see this vid, I'm already dead. I think I have to recognize that the era of YouTube I'm from was when the site was created. So I had the advantage of not seeing a bunch of fuckery in the same kind of way that now it's just commonplace. Like people gotta remember, YouTube was around from like 2004, 2005. So as a result, that means that like when we got on it, it was like everything was new and interesting. But it's 2026, right? So it's over 20 years later, and now almost every kind of video you can think of is commonplace to the point where the shit feels weird, right? I think there's videos of women giving birth on this site. There is videos of a woman explaining how to give proper fellatio to a man, and that bitch is labeled under educational. And you're just like, oh, great. I think for a while you could find like people's death videos on here, which is a whole other problem. I think a lot of that got purged out with the whole apocalypse situation, but like, boy, when I tell you, man, it was in a different experience. It's also weird because like I'm 35 now, and like I'm seeing videos of like gamers in their 40s or 45 or 50 talk about things, and I'm like, damn. It's not that I'm not away from. It's not that I'm not that I'm still younger than them, but the gap isn't as crazy as it used to be, right? Like when I was little, like when I first got on here, I was like 18, 19, 20. So when you see a 45, 55, 65, 75-year-old gamer, like, I got like 30, 40 years. Now I'm like maybe 10 to 20 years off from some of these people. Whew. And one thing I always think is interesting in speaking in that thought process is that people never really talk about like the aging process and how this shit doesn't really put you in the wisest state like it pretends to be. And what I mean by that specifically is that like motherfuckers be like, you're so wise because you're like 45. And people don't forget, they go, bitch, this is my first year being 45. My birthday was like 2 days ago. You think I'm just 45? I've been 45 this whole fucking time? No. Oh, dude, the kitten killing videos are crazy, dog. The fact that they had the nerve to put that bitch on there is insane. Like, I am genuinely like, what? Uh, mm. I remember when I saw the first video. It's funny because if so, give an example. You used to be able to look up crush. Like, you used to be able to look up. There's a lot of POV videos of like girls pretending to be like your girlfriend on like YouTube, but it'd be like a POV crush, like your crush is confessing to you type videos. And of course, every guy, every single guy, I don't give a fuck who you are, we have had our moments of weakness and we looked the shit up. So I looked up like POV crush, and what I got were like three different types of videos. You get those kind of role play videos, you get literal like crushing blocks of like chalk and ice videos. You get the sexual girl sitting on the camera videos, and then you just randomly get kitten murder videos. And the thing that made me mad is that the most popular video when you looked up that shit was the kitten killing videos. That seems like a fucking not oxymoron. What's the word I'm looking for? It feels like a tongue twister. Killing kittens, killing kittens, killing kittens, killing kittens. I hate that I'm like having to practice how to say this in a way that sounds like okay, and it doesn't, but it bothers me because what the fuck is going on? but just ew. Motherfucker, ew. I just ew. This is a very weird stream, guys. I'm so sorry, bro. We've gone from like gaming to killing kittens. And unfortunately, those videos used to be rampant. I used to get mad, bro. I used to get mad. Sorry, I'm multitasking like crazy right now. I'm multitasking because I'm trying to be productive. Let me see. Go back to the thing. Yeah, that was a lot of weird animal murder. Animal murder on YouTube used to be crazy. The fact that you could find like everything from like sex videos to like animals literally getting killed was always the craziest reality for me. Like, why are these the standards we've left for ourselves? Why is this the way that things have wound up? I hated it. I hate it, bro. But we watched it. That's how we found things like two girls, one cup, the BME Pain Olympics, which is one of the most disturbing videos as a guy to watch. Because it's literally guys mutilating themselves as a challenge. Because, nothing like seeing a guy like fuck up his genitalia for a YouTube video. And then I found like obscure shit like one guy, one jar, which is literally a guy inserting a glass jar into his anus, only for you to hear it bust and then just see blood pouring out. And see, nowadays, if you see it now, oh, that's fucking AI. And well, good for you. You had AI. When I saw it, it absolutely was a guy who put a jar up his ass and it broke and he bled. Which you have to go to the hospital for that. Like, you gotta. I don't even understand how that's like. Motherfuckers were weird, bro. Motherfuckers have been weird. It's always crazy when people think that people are weird in 2020, like 6. We've been weird. We've been doing weird shit for the longest. The difference is that it wasn't widespreadly understood or known, and it was less socially accepted. Now we have made a culture out of being weird motherfuckers, and unfortunately, that will never change because we are just weird people. Like, I'm weird, right? Everyone has that weird part of themselves that's concerning. And it's not the proudest thing in the world, but it just, it's just life, man. It's crazy. Sticking a jar up your ass and bleeding out is just life. That's crazy. I need Jesus, bro. Someone call the doctor, bro. I need help. Oh man. And that's why now some of the most popular videos on YouTube are literally people talking about drama from other YouTubers back in the day. Hell, I'm a big follower of Turkey Tom. I don't know if people watch Turkey Tom, but Turkey Tom is literally a YouTube channel that just focuses on covering the depravity of people on like YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, just mostly streaming platforms. And spoiler alert, we're all sick, no matter what ages. You got grown ass men and women doing weird shit. You got little kids doing weird shit. You got teenagers and young adults doing weird shit. And you got old ass motherfuckers doing weird shit. Humans are a weird race of people, bro. Like, it's actually kind of insane why the fuck this shit happens. And we can't really stop it. It's just the experience, man. It's the living experience. I don't know if I call it a wonderful experience, but it's definitely it's something. Oh, it's something, bro. Oh, one of these days will be better. Not today, but one of these days will be better. Let me see. People found a way to monetize being weird for better or for worse. Oh, of course. Half of the most famous like Twitch, Kick, YouTube streamers or channels are literally that. They're just weird motherfuckers who people are just cool with. For whatever reason, they're cool with. And I don't know what to say, but we're here. We're definitely here, bro. Life is interesting, man. I hate sometimes I hate getting introspective because it can lead me into a weird place of mind, but it's something. It's always something I think about, even when I probably shouldn't. That introspection is dangerous, bro. I think it's healthy to kind of think about some of this shit because I think it keeps you grounded in how you want to conduct yourself moving forward. But man, some nights and some days when you're just chilling by yourself in a room and it's quiet, and because I live by myself, it's like that all the fucking time. And your thoughts are just permeating throughout your mind, and there's nothing else going on. Shit gets real spooky, dude. It gets real spooky. And I don't know, bro. Let's see. But thank you for the 13. Well, I say 13 viewers, but I have to remind myself with YouTube streaming, as much as it's a better platform, unfortunately, because I have the short version up, that means that like you got motherfuckers who jump in and pop out at a moment's notice, and you have to say something weird and provocative to keep people's attention. It's also weird. I don't know how people feel about it when you watch like YouTubers who've been doing this shit for years. So the demographic they were originally appealing to, if you have aged out of them and they have aged out of their own demographic, so now you're just hanging out with like you were like in your 20s when you were making content. Now you're in your 30s, but the content you were making was for like teenagers. So that's why it's always funny to see YouTubers who are still stuck making content for like teenagers in their 30s and 40s, because bitch, you were already losing that audience in your 20s, but in your 30s and 40s, bitch, you it's an L. You gotta wrap it up, put the fries in the bag, make a better life choice. It's okay. People gotta be. I think people need to start being okay with just not with the aging process. Like that, I think people would be more comfortable with that shit, bro. I have a coworker who is, and let me ask you a question, because like my coworker acts like she's making a point, and I think she's just fucking lying, and I think she knows she's lying. She told me about like, so I think she's insecure about her age. And the reason why I think she's insecure about her age is because every time you ask her what her age is, she'll give you a response of it doesn't matter. Like that. Now to give context, she's a mother and she's married. Her son's like I think he's going to the 4th grade. So he's not old. He's young, but he's not like crazy young, right? And I think she's insecure about her age because she refuses to acknowledge it. She doesn't even know how many years she's been married. Like she apparently just her numbers don't work. So like her birthday recently passed, and like, oh, and I was just like, why are you out here now? Now we have found out her age in other ways, but still, never ask a lady her age, bro. I'm so sick of that bullshit. Women need to move the fuck on, okay? Now, don't get it twisted. I grew up in a household where like my mother said the same shit. So my default in most cases is to lie. But I've been recently meeting more older women who are a lot more comfortable talking about their age. And I'm starting to realize I think women are just insecure about the aging process. And because they're insecure, it tends for them to make stupid and dumb decisions. And she's one of those types where she acts very childish in nature. And I think the reason why is because she's trying to, I don't know, I would say look, I guess feel younger, if that makes sense. She wants to feel like she's not like a child, or like she doesn't want to feel like she's a mother. And I'm like, you have a whole baby. Like, there's no way you can avoid that. But to me, I that's how I personally feel about it. I think she's fighting her aging process. I think motherfuckers need to be just more confident about it, and whether or not that works out, remains to be seen. But that would be the hope. But I know how life is sometimes, bro. Life. Father time is crazy. People still don't think I'm 35, which it's weird to acknowledge that I'm 35. Fun fact: when I was little, I used to think I was gonna die at 33 because 33 is my favorite number. Mainly because it's the only number I can achieve alive. Whereas the other version would be 333, and that definitely won't happen. Plus, obviously the signs of my aging is becoming more and more apparent as time goes on. I went back and looked at one of my old videos, and there's two things I've noticed. One, I now have gray spots of hair popping up, and receding hairline. I'm out here looking like fucking Vegeta, bro. Not my boy Vegeta, but it's okay. It's all good, man. We we don't quit because it's easy. Life unfortunately will never get easier, but having the right mentality will at least help you push forward as a person. A lot of people don't realize that if you were not, you were going to have to push through the bullshit. Like in its entirety, you absolutely have to push through it. And it sucks because shit's not convenient. For lack of a better term, the shit is not convenient. But to me, you don't move forward by like making excuses and bullshitting all the time. Which is why I'm like, I get in my mentality about streaming and shit. This shit is a grind. 110% this shit is a grind. And you have to be willing to grind the bitch out. And a lot of people aren't built for this shit. I'm not even confirmed if I'm built for this shit. I mean, I've been doing this shit since I was 18. I've been doing this for like what, 17 years now? Ugh, God, that's rough to say. I think it's been about 17 years, and I have a decent following. I wouldn't even say a crazy following. Hold on. I'm trying to type something out real quick. Let's see. I love when I can't type for shit, bro. It's crazy. Well, I feel like I'm rambling heavy here. Imagine having a Pornhub subscription. I don't really understand why the fuck you would do that. They're sad that they're no longer get a high subscription on Pornhub. Well, that's because we have an influx of like OnlyFans and fucking Fansly girls, which yeah. Yeah. Motherfuckers, I mean, which I know there are various conversations about sex workers and the validity of their job and whatnot, which I'll give them credit that it is technically a job. I don't think it's a crazy good job, but everyone's willing. I think the main thing with being like a Pornhub or mainly a Fansly or OnlyFans girl that people need to put in their mind is that one, there's a chance that you will not make money. There's a good chance you won't make anything crazy. I think that's been talked about before in like videos that like only like a small percentage of girls on those sites actually make like a crazy amount of money. Most of the girls on those sites don't make a lot of money. But on top of that, you are still fucking up your social reputation. Now, some women I've learned don't give a fuck about any of that. I know some women who've made it and fucking at least and hate it because of the result. And it's all a matter of perspective. When you're broke, you're just concerned about getting money. When you have money, you're concerned about people looking at you differently. And I'm like, well, it's kind of, you have to pick your poison, in my opinion. You're not going to get all this shit. You're not going to get everything you wanted. Unfortunately, there is no world where everything is like easy for everyone, for everything. Even rich people have problems. Now, are their problems stupid? Sure. But the reason why they care so much about those stupid problems is because the big problem that most of us have, which regards money, is no longer their problem. Imagine it. If all your problems currently, imagine what your problems would be as a person who has all the money they need. Because all the shit we're doing, like YouTube or Twitch or Kick or fucking any other job or some sort of, or Instagram, some other social media, most of this shit is to make money to a degree. It may not be the only reason, but it's definitely a reason, right? So with that being stated, if we had the money that we were so desperately trying to obtain, and we had stability in our lives, and we were of good health, humans will always have problems. The only problems that are left to have as a rich person is maintaining that money and stupid petty shit. Which is why people say, I don't have no sympathy for the rich. Because those aren't even real problems. And objectively, you're right. And then I think of the song The Smallest Violin by ARJ, which I know is in the context of like people feeling insecure about their problems because they're not as bad as like other people's problems. But technically that can go both ways. They can go from like a poor person feeling insecure to like a rich person feeling insecure. So it just kind of, it's an interesting juxtaposition, I guess I will say, if nothing else. But that's just how I feel. That's just how I personally feel. What's that? I know 3 girls from high school who they made an OF during pandemic. How are they doing? Have you seen them since? Like videos or streams or their financials, like anything specific from them since then? Because, you know, some people blow up and then some people, you know, are still thoughts in their mom's houses shaking ass for a shitty webcam that doesn't fucking get them but like $20 every other week. Which, you know, how much can you get out of that? Not a fucking lot, but you know, it doesn't stop people from trying. Absolutely does not stop them from fucking trying. I think the problem with being an OnlyFans model is sad in its own right, but you know what's sadder? An OnlyFans model that doesn't make it. That shit is sad as fuck. Because you're essentially watching a grown woman shake her ass for 0 views. Like, everyone's seen a YouTube streamer or like a Twitch streamer sit here and play games and talk that bullshit. You can go on Twitch right now and find a 0 fucking viewed streamer and it be whatever, right? And that's sad. You'll see them be like, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts on the Game Boy. I'm playing Chain of Memories. The quality's ass. The face is barely fucking seen. The screen's barely fucking lit. But they're there, right? They're there. And it's sad to see these motherfuckers with 0 views. But you know what's sadder? When a woman gets on all fours, takes her clothes off, and is bending her ass and is spread open to the fucking camera, showing her cheeks, and you look at the view count and it says fucking 0. That is ooh. I think that's the one thing motherfuckers need to understand. Failing as an OnlyFans girl will fuck up a woman's confidence entirely. Because that means not only does that mean you are not entertaining, you aren't even attractive enough to get people to give a fuck about you being naked on stream, bro. We got female Twitch streamers who have clips of their butt after like not doing anything sexual. I think Pokimane is the prime example. A girl who isn't an e-girl by any means, or not in the traditional sense, and literally doesn't wear anything provocative, has whole clip streams of just shots of her ass when she gets up or she moves around. Nothing sexual. They just got random candid clips of her ass. That chick is getting more entertainment than you with your ass cheeks spread open on motherfucking OnlyFans with no viewership, no subscribers, no supporters. That is terrible, which is why I say fat bitches don't need to fucking have OnlyFans, especially if they're not cute fat. Which, fun fact, there that is a thing. You can be fat and then you can be like cute fat, which is essentially like pleasantly plump, kind of like, I know obviously every girl's attracted to a guy to some way or form, but like bigger chicks usually you gotta either be like sexy or cute fat, which is a very hard thing to pull off because most people can't. But yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, Nathaniel. Motherfuckers are screwed. Instead of playing Kingdom Hearts, they need to play Condom Herpes. That's crazy. Uh that's crazy. Condom herpes is wild. I didn't even know that's a thing. What the fuck is condom herpes? That's a wild thing. Let me see. That's great. Actually, you know what we could do? We could go search for some low view YouTube live streamers and then show some support. That is not it. The problem is there a live? No, this is a live tab from. How can I look up like live? YouTube definitely needs to make a proper section for live streamers on fucking YouTube in a way that's easy to like be like to find. That's the one thing that's still rough about YouTube. That even though you can get a better chance of getting like viewership on YouTube, man, that fucking those channels, looking up like live channels is just rough. And these are all from subscriptions. I need like, can I look up live channels? Just imagine they're in a specific career and somebody just pulls up a pic of them. How would they react to that? Bruh. Imagine your lawyer has an OnlyFans. Your lawyer has an OnlyFans and you find it in the middle of the deposition and you're just like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Why did this happen? Oh, I do have some gaming streams. This one dude has like 2 viewers, and that's not good. Can I order this by views? I probably can't. Let's see. No, those are video shorts. Live. I was gonna try to see if I find someone who's streaming a game and has like no viewers, which, well, ironically enough, on YouTube is actually kind of hard to do because YouTube, as long as you create that short features, you can kind of get views. Ah, yeah, there's no one really you can do that with. I was gonna try something, but I think it's okay. What's he playing? He's playing, oh, PUBG. I don't care about PUBG. Well, I'm gonna put ARM. No, there's no one streaming ARMS in 2026 on YouTube. That's crazy. That's wild. Oh my goodness. Can't even be fucking supportive, bro. Can't even be supportive. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to talk about. I feel like I rambled a lot, guys. I'm so sorry. I hope these are still. I apologize if it's not entertaining because I definitely. When I get into like a mode, one of the things I like, part of the reason why I don't like doing the big bag streams sometimes, is that when I do the big bag streams, the itis is hitting because I'm doing those late at night. I'm doing those bitches at like, what is that, 9 o'clock or some shit. So imagine eating a meal at 9 and then like being okay when you're already probably sleepy or at least in a more sleep sleep-based sleep-based mentality? Sleep-based mentality. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? You're in a more sleep-based mentality. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever locked in and understood that the truth of the world is you're sleepy? You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me you were a sleepy young man. Is it time to go night-night, sir? Yeah, I know. Oh, no, wildin', bro. I'm absolutely wildin', bro. But it's okay. It's okay. We're making money moves out here. We're making full-on money moves. Jesus Christ. Hey, Sora-san, how you doing, bro? So I don't know if you saw in the chat, we in the Discord, I said that Emmy, we reached the goal for Emmy. Emmy has the money, and she will be getting her Switch too, buddy. So we've accomplished great things today. I'm pretty happy about it. But tonight we're just kind of rambling. I've been talking about a variety of stuff. Nothing too crazy. Just fucking just living life, one might say. But how's everyone? I mean, as far as everything else is concerned, trying to think what else I got going on. One of these days I want to buy a new car, bro. Y'all don't know. Fucking, I'm out here plotting. Hey, correct. Yeah, Amy got, yeah, she getting it. Actually, I'm curious for those of you guys who drive, do any of you guys own an electric car? And if you do you prefer it? And if you don't, would you want to own one? Because in recent years, I've been tempted. I said that the next car I get, it would probably be electric, but I haven't really decided. The one thing I've been trying to do, and it's something I've indirectly learned from my mother, is try to push myself to be more like generally independent. Like I'm like, for example, for my mortgage, to give y'all context, I've been paying a little bit extra every month. I pay my mortgage payments, and mainly because if you it's kind of like a car, any type of debt you have, paying just the bare minimum is not enough. Like objectively, it is not enough just to pay, hey, I'm gonna just pay fucking like let's say your credit card bill is like $30 a month. Orion, what is that text? What is that? Orion, what? Orion, why? Why was that the reaction? What's wrong with electric? It was a genuine question. We could just plug it up to the wall and charge your car. You wouldn't have to pay for gas. That was a genuine question. No, but I plan on getting a hybrid later down the road. That's definitely something I want to do too. Also, hey Daryl. Daryl, have you talked at all during this stream or am I tripping? I feel like this is the first time I've seen you tonight, which is a problem, man. It's good to see you though. I love seeing you, dog. But like, fuck. Fuck, man. My father-in-law owns a Tesla and has a charger at his house. The electricity bill is higher than normal, so it makes me hesitant. I'm surprised he didn't get solar. So to give context, I got solar panels on my house, mainly because if I ever wanted to go electric, then that would kind of offset it anyway. Well, welcome in, buddy. It's always good to see you. Also, Source, I meant to tell you because I said it earlier in the stream, but like I don't think you were here, bro. I think I saw you comment about you apologizing for not being able to donate money to me, bro. Do not feel like you have to do that. Like I want you to understand, I am very thankful for the shit you have donated, and even the support you currently show by keeping the servers fucking boosted shit up. All right, don't fucking feel like you have to donate. I'm reiterating this because you weren't here and you may not get a chance to rewatch the playback. But bro, do not trip on the donations. Do I like donations? Does people like money? Absolutely. But you have been a ride or die for the longest. You are a channel member. You fucking help. You've donated ridiculous amounts before. Like, I appreciate all that shit. And I hope I convey it consistently to you so you know that I appreciate it. But as a result, I don't want you to feel like you have to donate. You don't have to do this shit. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I'll say this: in the recent streams for the Emmy stuff, Richie has been kind of the donating king. Like if I go to my shit, I think Richie's been donating the most. So I'll say this: no one's beating your large sums of money, but Richie definitely was beating you on consistency. But once again, this isn't a fucking challenge in the first place. This is not a war, okay? We are not in Vietnam. We're not doing this. It's not that deep. Yeah, I knew something had happened. I was like, why? I was wondering why the chat wasn't popping up on my fucking screen for like a minute. It was driving me nuts. Hold on. Let's see if we can fix this. Let's see. Come on. Big money, big money. Yeah. Boom. All right, now it should be working. Yeah, there we go. 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 We're Gucci. We're Gucci. I also need to keep Black Clover in my fucking thing because I'm buying that volume, damn it. Oh, I know you. I know you appreciate it. Just hope to be able to do it more in the future. Bro, it's not deep. I did this shit for years without getting paid, all right? Life is lifing. The whole point is that people are entertained. If people get entertained, then cool. The whole advantage of YouTube is that it's free. So if people are entertained through the free shit, then we're Gucci. We're living large, one might say. We're not living large. That's not true at all. We're living with a full heart, okay? Maybe not a full wallet, but a full heart. But I lost my train of thought. Damn. But yeah, we've been genuinely just talking about the shit. Oh yeah, the donating stuff. Yeah, Richie's been killing it. I think can't you see? I think you can see like who's been donating, who like the last people who sent donations. It's probably under like super chats, but you get my fucking point. Let me see. Is it super chats, super chats, super chats? Yeah, it's been Richie consistently the whole like for a while. Like Richie actually, if I go down, I haven't even checked, but Richie, the only people Revolver has donated a couple times too, but Revolver's been doing like $2 here or there, which is fine. Richie was donating. Got a new computer? Like, let's go. Oh shit, the channel revival's been going crazy. Richie's actually been donating a lot. I didn't realize this in the long run, but holy shit. Richie donated 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80. Was it 80, 99, 120, 130, 150, 170, 190, 240, 260. Actually, Richie's been doing. Where the fuck did Richie get this money from? What the fuck is going on? Sorry, now I'm concerned. Where the fuck did he get this money from? Because what the fuck? Where did he get this money from? That's crazy. I'm so confused. Oh my goodness. But hey, GG's Richie. Hey, look, she got the Switch too, so it's all good. But I didn't realize Richie donated like almost $300 in the course of like 2 months. It's like kind of insane. Because Richie also, well, I won't put that out there. But I'll at least say that Richie doesn't have a job. So it's like, where the fuck you get this money from? But I don't underestimate Californians, man. Y'all out there hustling. Y'all kind of have to in the environment. Oh my goodness. All right. So let me see. Um, trying to think if there's anything else. If there's any, like I said, if there's any Q&A stuff you guys want to ask me, because like I said, there isn't a lot of stuff going on. Um, and I'm trying, and honestly, I feel like I'm fighting. I'm surprised I'm up. I'm gonna be real with you. After all that labor I did today, I'm genuinely surprised I'm still up. But we out here, we eating, bro. We're absolutely eating, and I'm okay with it because we're making money moves, and I'm feeling successful right now. Man, fuck. I actually do want to go play Splatoon. I don't know if I'm gonna do that tonight. I was gonna play. I was thinking about playing this tonight, but I was like, it's already like 11, and I'm like, well, how tired am I? We'll see. No, I have not. Can you hook up a brother up with an IT job though, bro? I want y'all to understand something. I work for the IT job in the school system, bro. So it's a little bit different. Like the job I work, um, is IT related, but I feel like I'm capped financially. So part of the reason why I want to get the certifications is to obviously push for either a raise or maybe start looking for other stuff. In a lot of ways, I like to say I got lucky because so to give you a little bit of a history of how I even got into IT in general, I finished high school and then I went to school to get a bachelor's in computer programming. But the school I went into, I felt like I wasn't learning anything in that field. So I switched to a community college where I ended up getting my associates in computer programming. And then after I got that, I was already working for the library, which, if you've been a long term fan, you knew that. And the library happened to have an IT position that opened up. And part of the reason why I think I got that job was because I had already been working in the library before that. So it kind of worked out for me to get that job. I spent 5 years in that job and realized I will not be able to move the fuck out or buy like a house or anything in this job. It's just not going to be functional, which is when I shifted over to the school system. And that I think worked out. I got hired for like IT and public safety. And then that shit transitioned into the schools because that's when COVID hit and that particular job I was in died. So they just made me general IT. Um, but the one thing I don't like about my job, and I'll just say this, is that I think my job doesn't value IT the way it should. Cause like considering like how necessary we are, I feel like I think almost all of us are underpaid. Not even just me. I think our entire department feels like it's underpaid, which is kind of crazy. We support multiple schools. Like I have 4 schools I support. Three. I'm sorry, 3 schools I support. And man, sometimes I'm like, do I make enough to justify this? And for me, it's like barely. And it's not like I'm in danger. Don't get it twisted. Like even when I got scammed out of the money, it sucked. Don't get it twisted. I had a decent amount in savings, and my check pays mortgage, everything. Like everything's covered. But I still have my moments of like, can I do better? And in IT, that's a job you constantly need to be like updating yourself for. So I figured it was time to properly lock in and start getting certifications. Even if I don't get like my bachelor's, I still want to get my certifications. Bachelor's would have been something I would have probably tried to go for, and then scamming happened, so the money got fucked up. But like I said, we grind it out. Life be lifing sometimes, and we gotta grind it out. No wait, hold on. Let me put this in the chat real quick. Well, not in the chat, but something I need to type out real quick. Let me see. Put this right here. Sorry. Like I said, multitasking is crazy. But yeah, the IT field's also rough right now because of the whole AI and data centers and fucking everybody goes into that field. When I was a kid, everyone used to talk about like, oh well, if you want to make some money, you got to become like a doctor or a lawyer. So everyone tried to be a doctor or a lawyer, and then being a doctor and a lawyer was very, very hard. Had to pass the bar, had to go back to school like twice. Shit was rough. Plus, you had to be built to be a doctor. Not anybody can be a doctor, right? So for me, that was what I was originally. I was originally going to go into being a lawyer. That's why I was going to go for be like a paralegal or some shit. And then I was like, oh, this shit sucks. So then I wanted to do something in game design. But game design, I think I've talked about this before. Game design is one of those things that like I am interested in, but I'm afraid I would hate it if I made it my job. So part of the reason why I'm in IT is because I wanted to be adjacent to game design, but not in game design. Because game design is also a very hit and miss ass job, bro. Like, especially nowadays, as you guys have been seeing all these fucking studios close down and fucking implode on themselves. You never want to put your eggs in one basket. So I think going into IT in the long run was a good source. But now competition is getting rough because a lot of these kids are being pushed in that direction because that's the thing that makes money. You know how to use a tablet, you can make $100,000. Bitch, what? Who the fuck told you that? I can work a tablet. I ain't making no fucking $100,000. Speaking of jobs, my mentor retired this week, so that means I have more on my plate moving forward. Hey, listen, life be moving, bro. Do what you got to do to grind it out. That's how I feel about it. Let's see. Your best could be. It just sucks that all the positions, seeing all the positions, but the requirements are ludicrous, so the pay and benefits suck hard. You're basically being exploited. Well, yeah, that definitely is true. I mean, and part of the reason why is because we're technically a dime a dozen at this point. We're like fucking because everyone, like I said, everyone's going into the field. Now that also means you got a bunch of dumbasses going into the field who don't know what the fuck they're doing. There are plenty of IT people I've seen who are in this position who don't know what I'm doing, but still. Hey man, Source, I hope you get that position upgrade, bro. What exactly do you do in IT? I have an associate's degree for computer information, and I was thinking of getting more certifications. What do I do? You mean like my job specifically? My job specifically revolves in me doing basic like tech help desk stuff. So like password resets, logging in issues, multi-factor authentication, um, fucking I've had to do more physical stuff like moving active panels, installing and uninstalling and updating Windows and various other operating systems, fixing devices with whether that means broken keyboards or screens or hinges or motherboards or fucking solid state drives, learning about different management systems like Intune and what's the other one we use? Intune and Intune and a little bit of AD. What else? What else? What else? What else? Um, and re-imaging, using ghosting software. Like it's like fucking everything. It's weird. So much of my shit is so like day to day. I tend to forget how much I do sometimes. It's a lot. On top of being like the liaison at multiple different buildings for technology. Like when they say you're a tech for a school, like you are the only person that's representing the technology department in that school. It's not like the network team has a representative in the building. So if network goes down, you're the person they're going to call to go check. Oh yeah, Jamif. Yeah, that's right, Jamif. I use Jamif for Macs too. Well, we mostly have iPads. Honestly, we've been trying to get them to get away from Macs because no one wants to fucking pay when they break, bro. Like I can't tell you how many iPads we've had to get rid of that are broken literally just because these motherfuckers don't want to pay for the insurance. So they buy Apple Care and then go, "Well, I got to pay something." I'm like, "Cuz Apple Care isn't like other warranties. Like you still have to spend money for Apple Care." And I'm like, "Really?" Yeah, and then they don't want to spend the money. So then you just got a broken iPad that's just sitting in the back that's under warranty that just doesn't get fixed because they don't want to spend the money. Because even though I can give suggestions, at the end of the day, the principal is the one who dictates what goes on in these schools. So it's a fucking experience, bro. I just need the job experience so my degree and certification can be working there. Well, what do you have, Goki? Do you have a what do you have currently? Like I don't know, like what degree do you currently have? Do you have a bachelor's? Do you have an associate's? Like what? Nice, same thing for you, Daryl. Do you have what certifications do you have? Welcome to IT Help with Terrell. Tell me your IT problems. I'll fix them for you. We also use like cloud remoting services. The one we were using up until recently was a service called Senso, which worked pretty well. Don't get it twisted. But you know, people have to pay for subscriptions, and motherfuckers don't want to do that. I was remoting into devices and all that other shit. And a lot of people always ask, "Do you ever want to go into like networking?" I'm like, I don't mind networking, but it's never been like the thing I'm interested in. I got an associate's in IT networking and a network plus. Was that network plus hard for you, Goki? Just out of curiosity, because that's probably the next one I'm going to go for after I finish the A plus. Yeah, reimaging isn't bad. I wish I got the chance to set the servers up though. The network team set our servers up, so I didn't get to see that process. But I've gotten pretty good at dealing with Intune. The problem is that because I'm not the network team, I don't have like the full admin access to Intune. I have like limited access, but it's still enough for me to kind of get the back end and understand some stuff. So all of it's cool to me. I'm not a big, like I said, I'm not a big networking guy. That's never been my forte. But in IT, you know, the more versatile and fluid you are, the better it is. Have a certification, business program, and an associate's degree. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. That's all good, bro. Yeah, I know the feeling and positions. I'm the only IT guy in that the office location. Exactly. So anything that happens, you're the guy who gets called for everything and anything. Let's see. Let's see. Don't you just love it when people at the top that get all the money are so penny pinching for things that keep things running? Bro, you know what's funny? I complain about that, but you know the team, at least in the school system, that I hear that the most from? It's fucking like maintenance. Maintenance is getting a shit rocked, bro. Fucking AC things are going, AC machines are going down, the heaters, the piping, the electricity, the leaking, and then they're having to duct tape and rubber band that shit together. Bruh. Now I don't get the support I want, but I have to get I get some support because some of the shit these teachers like nowadays, teachers used to be able to teach without like a whiteboard, right? They used to just talk or maybe use a chalkboard or something. Nowadays, if these motherfuckers don't have their $4,000 like active Promethean boards, bruh, they lose their fucking minds. I can't teach. My board doesn't work. Bitch, you tell me the only way you can teach is with a digital whiteboard? And the answer is yes. So I get some level of support just for that reason, but it's not great. And some teachers are just fucking garbage. Which I hate to acknowledge, but some teachers are garbage, some principals are garbage. Yeah, that's why I don't like working with people, man. That's why they make the joke about IT people being socially awkward or antisocial. I don't do that shit. Number Plus wasn't that bad for me, to be honest. The hard part was practicing exams from Professor Messer, which are 90 questions long, but they did help me in his actual exam. Okay, cool. I use Professor Messer to like for the A plus studying too. Are you doing IT in the school system? Like, yeah, I work. I'm a part of the IT department for the school system. I just watch vids slowly over the course of 2 months or so. Maybe that's a good thing that if you're the only IT, at least you're not replaceable. Well, that's true. I'm not really worried about the job security. Are you doing let me see. I think I just answered that. Maybe. But it's all relative. I was thinking I actually had an idea a while ago was to do like a study session kind of thing as a stream. Um Especially since I got to take the second part of the A plus exam, which my friend told me is actually easier than the first part, which made me want to try it quicker. But I gotta get the money for that first to buy the fucking voucher, because that's all we got. Plus, I think we have to buy the certificate or the certification kit once we get it, which is dumb to me. So I gotta pay you to take the test and then pay you to get the verification that I passed the test. Like, what is this shit? What the fuck even is this? You were doing IT in the back in the TGV days, so you have a ton of experience. Oh yeah, I've been doing. Technically, if we're gonna talk about experience, I'm Gucci on. Like I've been doing. I got my degree in like 2013. So if we're going by when I got my degree in computer programming, I've been doing technically IT work for 13 years. But if we're talking about in the context of me actually doing stuff on my own, then it's more like 16, 17 years. Because I was doing it before that. So I even talk about one of these days, I'm going to talk about like some of the dumbest things I fucking did before I got more confident in IT. Like having the Geek Squad do anything to my devices, bro. That was probably one of the weakest moments in my life as an IT technology person, and I fucking regretted it. I fucking regretted it almost immediately. I regretted it during the process, and then I really hated it once I got more confident doing that shit myself. That was back when I wasn't confident in like taking shit apart. One of the things I hated that like a lot of these kids now get access to is the ability to watch videos of motherfuckers doing the things that they're supposed to do. Now that doesn't change confidence. I've run into a bunch of these kids who still aren't confident in like opening up a damn desktop or a laptop, which, this is kind of the nature of it all. But at the same time, like, man, I wish I had more. And I didn't really get that kind of stuff until I got older, but it's okay. Because we live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. I'm in IT, but not no degree or certs. Trying to get some so I can become a systems admin or move up at least to tier 3. That's fair. Listen, it takes time and it's a grind. You just have to prove your worthiness, and obviously those certifications are probably like one of the first steps. Plus, apparently there are certain colleges that'll let you do programs to get those certifications. But if you ain't got money for like the certifications, you definitely ain't got money for the school. So it's all a grind. It's a grind currently. But my goal is to get a couple of certifications and then start making some real money moves. Like I think I've admitted this to myself before. I am someone who never wants to be fully in charge, but I can be mid tier in terms of importance, and I'm okay with that. Like I don't need to be the top dog. I don't even need to be the vice president, but like let me be like a right under the vice president, like around that area. I'm calming. You can just let me have that. That's just how I feel about it. But that's just me. That's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Sorry. It's funny how he became iconic for that. What makes an icon? I'm just another icon living. If y'all get that joke, I'm so sorry. But oh shit, it's like almost 11:30. But with that being said, we've had some good time here. We've talked, we've laughed, we've discussed, we've lolled, we've raffled, we've LMAFO. LMAAFO. Laughing my fucking ass off. LMFAO. We LMF, we Lamaf. We Lamafao. Lamafao. The point is, we have to go now. As far as tomorrow, this is a secret because I didn't tell anyone else this. There's a high chance I'm probably gonna try to I think Tyrone's doing Metaphor tomorrow. I'm probably gonna try to sneak into that. I'm not gonna tell him. But I think I'm gonna sneak into that. We're gonna have a fun experience. I'm gonna sneak into him doing Metaphor to show some support. But that's me. I'm trying to be the backbone for real, for real. Hey man, you got it. Just keep yourself sturdy. Keep yourself sturdy, Goki. Don't bend for them bitches, man. Fuck. I mean, don't break for them bitches. I don't know, bro. Funky Friday's doing fine. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's Funkin Fridays. I don't know. I'm wilding. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. It's late. I'm probably gonna go crash, and then tomorrow I gotta decide. And everyone, before we get out of here, damn, no streamies. I mean, Orion, realistically, the long running game I'm gonna have going is Dragon Quest VIII, which I'm doing with Tyrone on Fridays. So there's no point in streaming tomorrow because this would have been the stream I would normally do moving forward. Moving forward, Tyrone's stream will be Friday streams, and then Saturday would be like this. But I'll probably do it earlier because I don't want to sit here until 1 o'clock rambling with you guys. Okay. Damn. If you're there, then Donnie has to watch Metaphor dubbed. He's not gonna watch it dubbed, bro. All he'll do is he'll get in the chat and say sleep stream, and then he'll LOL and then get the fuck out. That's what he'll do. About a specific day. Yeah, good luck with the stream. Yeah, of course. So yeah, these type of streams will probably be on Saturdays. Moving not next week, but the week after it'll be on Saturday. So in August. So just look for that. But no, seriously, thank you guys for the watching and the support. If you guys want me to do like an IT stream where we're just talking about IT and like tips and tricks and stuff about like we've all learned, like kind of a think tank as it were, let me know. That might be something we do. Check out the vlog channel, the pin comment on the chat so you can see what to if you want to watch the video of how I got scammed out of money, or if you just want to subscribe to the channel. Both great and valuable options. But with that being said, though, I'm going to get out of here for the night. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. This is indeed being your boy, the insane game. Game freak. Also, before you get out of here, what should I be playing tomorrow? Raiders or Resident Evil 9? Not for streams, just for personal. But leave that in the comment section below, bro. Leave it in the comment section so I know. Just let me know. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Life is indeed a game. Play to win. And I will catch you guys later. Oh, later. Hey, later. Hey, later. Hey, later. Lay all right, now I'm procrastinating. I'm so sorry. We gotta go. I gotta go. Gotta get gone. All right, I'm wilding. I'm tripping at night. I need to sleep.